everyone, Nupkasu here. We are back with another video. So today we are gonna give some heads up on these new mystery games from the Epic Store and the PlayStation games, which is on the PC on Steam. So without wasting any time, let's get to the video. So the mystery games from the Epic Store is for today is free Kill Knight. Kill Knight is an ultra-responsive, arcade-inspired isometric action shooter condemned to internal sufferance deep with the voids of an eldritch arena. You must wield an arsenal of devastating weaponry to obliterate swarms of otherworldly horrors and master the demon within. And you have to enjoy this all action shooter this game. So this will be the one. So it's a free. Go ahead to the library. Moving to the next segment of our video is the PlayStation games on PC deals in this winter sale. So I'm covering all these PC games which is no PSN login required. So the first one is HELLDIVERS Dive Harder, while the HELLDIVERS 2 is have a conditions to you must have a PlayStation's account. So if you don't have, you either need to create. But instead there are more than 122 countries are banned, so they cannot create PSN login. So the HELLDIVERS Dive Harder Editions is the first one, which is 80% off, 145. It is online co-op top-down shooters game, just like the free one is in the Epic Store, Kill Knight. So it's in a hardcore competitive twin sticker shooters as a part of elite unit called the HELLDIVERS. Players must work together to protect Super Earth and defeat the enemies of mankind in an intense intergalactic war. So this is 80% off, 145, almost like a less than a $2. So that's a great game. Moving to the next game, which is my favorite one as well, Days Gone, 75% off, 824, almost like a $10. So this is open world zombie survival single player game, which is already, apart from The Last of Us, it's also have a great sales. But while we didn't get any follow-up sequels from the Days Gone. So ride and fight in a deadly post-pandemic era of the America, play as a Deacon St. John, a drinker, drifter and bounty hunter who rides the broken road fighting to survive while searching for a reason to live in this open world action adventure game. So this is 75% off, 824, and this game doesn't have the PSN login. So you can play offline as well, so you don't have to log into the PlayStation's account. So this is pretty much great deal, 75% off, 824, almost like a $10. So that's a great deal and it's a great game. Moving to the next game, which is God of War. The God of War is 60% off, 1319, almost like a $14 to $50. So you know about all the God of Wars we have played on the PlayStations, from the God of War 1 to God of War Ascensions. So now we have a totally different storylines and a different gameplay perspective from the previous titles, which is, and the story based around his vengeance against the god of Olympus. Years behind him, Kratos now lives in a man in the realm of Norse gods and monsters. It is his harsh, unforgiving world, and he must fight to survive and teach his son to do the same. So it's action single player story-rich adventure game, which now you have your son. Now you need to have a journey with your son and to teach him what it does to become a god, or have the consequences of killing a god. So this is 60% off, 1319, almost like a $14-15. So it does not PlayStation's account login. Why, next game is the best one from the Marvels. It's this Marvel Spider-Man Remastered versions, which is 50% off, 1999, almost like a $20 to $22. So this game doesn't need a PlayStation account login. So in the Marvel Remastered versions of the worlds of Peter Parker, Spider-Man collides in an original action-packed story. Play as an experienced Peter Parker fighting with big crime, iconic villains in the Marvel New York, web swing through the vibrant neighborhoods and defeat villains with the epic, which all they have the 6 sinisters you get in this game, which also you will be encountered with the Black Cat's DLCs. So it's a 50% off, $19.99, almost like a $20 to $21. That's a great deal. Next game is the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collections. So I'm a pretty much big fans of Uncharted franchise, from the Uncharted 1 to Uncharted 3, which I played on PlayStation in the Game Center. While this game is totally combined two games, which is the Uncharted 4th, Thieves End, and the next Uncharted games, Lost Legacy. So this is 60% off, $1,319, almost like a $14 to $15. So in this game you play as a Nathan Drake and Cole Fraser in their own standalone adventures, and they confront their pasts and forge their own legacy. These games includes the critically acclaimed single-player stories for both Uncharted 4 and Uncharted Lost Legacy. So the both games has include almost like a 124 gigs of storage. While the game looks phenomenal and environments are being improved in this PC release, and also up to 4K supports, these all are overwhelmingly positive reviews, and also doesn't require PlayStation login. So this is 60% off, $1,319, almost like a $14 to $15. So that's a pretty good game. Moving to the next game is Returnal. So Returnal is 50% off, same $1,999, almost like a $20 to $22. So this is the action bullet hell single player roguelike games, which is break the cycle, fight to survive, as this award-winning third-person shooters games brings Lineage's story to PC, takes on roguelike challenges, engage enemies in a bullet hell fuel classes, share your journey through the Returnal with the another player. So you are in a kind of planet which times goes differently and the timeline also goes differently, and you're stuck by that. The more you play, the more you're stuck. So you need to find out to get out of that planet through the certain period of timeline. So this is the game. It's a totally mind twister, so it's gonna twist your minds at what kind of story. That's a great story, as I can say, from the sci-fi series is. So it's 50% off, $1,999, almost like a $22. So that's a great game. So the next game is Last of Us Part 1, which is a remake of Last of Us 1 to the PC. So it's a 50% off, $1,999, almost like a $22. So it's a game about the experience, the emotional storyline, unforgettable characters in The Last of Us, winner of 200 Games of the Years of awards in the ravaged civilizations where infected and handed survivors run rampant. Joel, a wary protagonist, is hired to smuggle 14-year-old Ellie out of military quarantine zone. However, what start as a small job soon transform into brutal cross-country journey and the actions as well. So how you survive and how you save the girl, and being at that journey, you both create a relationship between her father and a daughter. So that's the great story. 50% off, $1,999, almost like a $22. So that's a great deal, and also doesn't require PlayStation's account. So moving to the next game is Ratchet Clank Rift Apart, which is 50% off, $1,999, almost like $22. So it's the game of the action adventure 3D platformer single player game which blasts your way through the interdimensional adventure with the Ratchet Clank, now on PC. Help them to take on evil emperor from another reality as you jump between the action-packed world and beyond the hyperspeed. So that's the great sequels from the previous Ratchet Clank, which was not that graphically achieved, but that was the great game. But I think this is the great sequel from the Ratchet Clank franchises, which is 50% off, $1,999, almost like $22. So that's a great deal and doesn't require the PlayStation's account linking. So moving to the last game, and my favorite one as well, is the Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, which is 20% off, $3,199, almost like a $30 to $33. So it's a game about the action open world adventure single player. A storm is coming, venture into the complete Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cuts, forge your own path through his open world journey adventure and uncovers his hidden wonders. Brought to you by Sucker Punch Productions and Nixage Software. So it's a totally games based on the Japan, and the game developers are being developed and inspired by the Japanese game and Japanese movies. So totally inspired from that, they have created this movie like a game and totally action-packed Ghost of Tsushima, which is based on the invasions of Japanese from the Mongolians. So it is 20% off, $3,199, almost like a $30 to $33. And a quick note about this game, that story mode doesn't require PlayStation account linking, but if you wanted to play the online content of Ghost of Tsushima, it requires the PlayStation's login. So that's all on you, how you wanted to play online or offline, but story wise it is great games to buy. So 20% off, $3,199, almost like $32. So it's worth to check it out. So that's it from my side. I'll bring back the new videos and updates on the upcoming videos. So till then, keep gaming. Nubkaso. Peace out, yeah.
Yeah, boy.